Hello everyone and welcome to the 13th episode of my Morytania only Ironman series. In the last episode we managed to get full snakeskin armor as well as the granite helm from Terror Dogs. And to start off with this episode we are going to start working on level 40 Herblore. The first thing we're going to have to get is a pestle and mortar from these zombies. They also drop a bunch of other garbage and their loot table isn't explored fully yet, so they might have some sort of surprise in store for us. Imagine if they even drop the harpoon, but they probably don't, so let's get right to it. And here we go, didn't take long at all. Pestle and mortar achieved, let's go. You might be wondering why the pestle and mortar is so important to us, considering there's not a lot of secondary ingredients we can actually obtain that requires the pestle and mortar. Secondary ingredients are really hard to come by in Morytania. Prior to this point, we've only been able to consistently get ashes as our secondary ingredients for Serum 207, which require taromin, meaning that prior to this point, taromin was the only herb we could reliably use to train Herblore. However, there is another alternative in blemish oil. Blemish oil is one of those extremely niche things. It's only used to make the oily fishing rod for heroes quests or catching lava eels or infernal eels. Creating this blemish oil takes blemish snail slime, which we can get for grinding the raw snails we kill here in Morton with a pestle and mortar. If we combine this with the unfinished Harlander potion, we can make the blemish oil and get 80 XP a pop. To grind the snails, we are going to need a special bottle, which is only sold 2 places on Gillinor. That is the sample bottle. It is sold from Rasolo, the traveling merchant near Ardoin, or from the Cannabis General Store, which we actually have access to. This means that we now have doubled the amount of reliable herbs we can use to train Herblore. Late game we will also be able to combine Avantos with Mort Meyer fungi to create energy potions, but that's not for a long while, so it's going to be a bunch of Herblore training before then. Also some breaking news from across the Veil of Time. The Farming Guild update brought us snapegrass seeds, so instead of having to wait for a drop from Chaos Druids or Canifis citizens to drop them really rarely, we can now actually farm them, since there are a lot of mobs that actually drop the seeds in Morytania. This potentially gives us a 4th herb we can reliably use, which is amazing. Nobody has even heard of free samples in Canifis. You have to buy the sample bottles yourself. We've got 135 Harlanders and 137 thin snails, as well as 40 taromin for Serum 207s later. So let's see how far this can get us. Hopefully it gets us to 40 straight away. I just wish the grinding was automatic on this one. And here is our first major milestone, level 38 Herblore. This allows us to use the small amount of snapegrass we have to make prayer potions. Prayer potions are not going to be an expendable resource at this point. We might use some to ease the burden of Barrows a bit, but other than that we're going to run out quickly if we decide to use it more often. Finally, we're going to use up our taromin to make strength potions with the limpwurts we have gathered from hobgoblins. Alright, so we are level 39, we need a few more herbs, so we're going to head off to temple trekking to gather some. Temple trekking can actually give us Harlanders, taromins and toadflax. Now while toadflax isn't really that useful to us, the other 2 herbs certainly are. We're just doing some easy tricks here and there we go, that should be enough to get us the last level. Yes! We got a genie while killing snails. We're not level 3 yet, but it certainly helps. Level 40 achieved, that is the requirement for a taste of hope. Of course, in typical fashion, we are going to procrastinate and do something else. Get out of my face, Flipper. I'm trying to film. Hey Draizard, why are you standing here and why do you have 4 Slayer tomes? We are going to use these tomes to get level 45 Slayer. Now we can kill infernal mages, which drop mystic hats. And as an avid hat collector myself, we are going to go kill them and get their hats. And I will use them for Barrows since I'm actually still splashing a lot there. We have our rune scimitar and our full snakeskin armor on for maximum mage defense. Of course, our maximum mage defense is terrible, so I will have to flick most of these guys as best as I can. Infernal mages are really accurate, so we cannot tank them very well at all. So let's hope we get lucky on the hat so that we don't have to stay here for long. That was 5 kills. 5 kills. That's great. We don't have to kill these guys anymore. Well, I'm just going to kill them a bit more until I run out of food. See if we can get even luckier to get a lava staff. We have a few stops left on our Barrows prep before we return there to try to gear up for the Rannis fight. I'm here at Banshees trying to get Mystic Gloves, so I also have a glove switch for Barrows. Well, Banshees certainly took a bit longer than the Infernal Mages. We are level 48 ranged now. And we're taking a small onion harvest break from Banshees to get level 32 farming. This allows us to grow Ranor weeds now, giving us an extra avenue for experience. Now what we really want is level 61 farming for the snape grass, and for that we're going to have to get level 47 farming for watermelons, which are the only seeds we can really get quickly in Morytania. Temple trekking, of course, is the minigame which rewards watermelon seeds, so we will hopefully get there one day. Back at Banshees now, and we get level 50 ranging. No sign of the gloves yet, so I am probably just going to let that lie for now, and we will start a Taste of Hope. This boy right here is going to slay the abomination of a Taste of Hope. Have you ever seen a more beautiful outfit than this? I don't think so. Right now, the reason we are going to start a Taste of Hope is not to complete it. I don't think we will be able to do the Rannis fight without risking dying a whole lot. So as a hardcore, we're going to have to get a bit better gear. The gear I have in mind for this, of course, is the Barrows gear. But in order to survive the tunnels efficiently enough, and to get a better chance at actually obtaining the items, we are going to need some better tank gear in the form of an adamant plate and rune plate legs. These drops can be gotten from wire watches, which require the Ivandis flail, which we get during the quest. So we will complete the quest up to and including that point, and then we will get that gear and get Barrows grinding. Cephalan, you are an idiot. They just spoke about a creature which can track your blood, and you freely give away your blood, just as we said 5 minutes ago that we shouldn't leave our blood anywhere. I brought a couple of prayer potions since I did not want to risk flicking because I'm terrible at it, and this abomination just uses range if you've safe spot him behind the tables. Actually, I am not hitting for a whole lot even with magic on this guy. But Vertida over here, he's doing work. We might actually not need to do any damage at all in this boss fight. I am certainly letting the other Morytania Ironmen know about this one, because just stand here and pray. I think Vertida will handle it readily by himself. We are now ready to assemble our Ivandis flail. We are going to use our random event emerald on our sickle to make the emerald sickle and enchant it using a cosmic rune we got from guests back when we grinded those. Then finally we will use the chain with our Ivandis rod to make the Ivandis flail. Have you ever seen a weapon this beautiful that isn't an Ivandis flail? Amazing stats, great looks, crush bonus, and a 20% damage bonus against vampires. That's what I'm talking about. We are here at the Mire Ditch Beach, and I decided to flinch these Wirewatch. There's a ton of places to hide here where we can just step out and in order to flinch them, so it shouldn't be a problem. And also, they really rarely stop you for tithes if you stand somewhere they can't reach. Whoa! Well, there we go. Adamant plate body already. Look at that. That is such a beautiful upgrade. This is actually the first plate body we have had since the steel plate from the loot skeleton. I found this spot right here where I can actually flinch 2 of these at the same time, so we don't really spend that much time waiting for our attacks to cool down at all or having to wait for their health bar to disappear, so it's a lot faster. Hey, there we go, that's the last upgrade we need. Rune plate legs. Excellent. Let's just take a quick minute to appreciate the gear progression we've had in the last few episodes. This was the gear we had 2 episodes ago. Look at it, a bit over 100 in all stats, and now we've done our granite helm, our rune plate legs and our adamant plate body, and we've almost doubled. We've 1 times 5'd at least all our defensive stats here. That is amazing progress, I think. Back at Banshees, and we've got the Mystic Gloves. It wasn't that bad, it took a bit more than 300 kills, but there we go. That's some nice magic attack bonus right there. 33 farming from doing AFK training and farm runs in between. Ah! I'm just testing out the Advantis flail on the hobgoblins here, while gathering some seeds for further farming training, and we are actually level 70 attack now. I've done a bunch of AFK training, and this means if we get lucky, we can actually wear Barrows weapons now. 34 farming. And we are back at our mid-game content sink. I actually killed Karel for the first time just now, but of course, I forgot to record it. You can see it checked off in my RuneLight plugin there, so let's just see if we can get something good. Runes? Runes. 35 farming. And I just decided to go back to swamp crabs in order to train my ranged level. The reason for this is that I really want to do 6 brother runs, since the item chance is so much higher then. RM is a bit too tough to kill with magic, so I am going to train ranged in order to kill him using the steel arrows I have, hopefully. I still have a lot of bronze and iron arrows ready, so it's going to be fine to spend all of those just training. We're starting off at level 52 ranged, and here, a lot of hours later, we are level 59 ranged. I think I'm going to go for the nice round number of level 60 before I go back to Barrows, so let's go. And here is level 60 ranging. That's hopefully going to be enough range to kill RM on 1 prayer bar. Let's leave this place and prepare for our first 6 brother Barrows run on this account. So let's just say this run didn't end up being optimal when it comes to mechanics. I ended up just praying against RM and going all the way to recharge my prayer at the Nature Spirit's Grotto before returning to kill Karel. The other brothers I could just save spot as always with the running method, so I did that. Finally, I went into the tunnels and used an invisible ladder in order to save spot Guthan, forcing him to spawn by walking through doors. Come on, it's the first 6 brother run, and hope we get something good here. Let's go. Oh. Oh my god. That's the best item we could have gotten, actually. I think, like, one of the best. But how lucky have I been? We've had 11 Barrows kills and only one of them has been a 6 brother kill. And we haven't gotten 1 Barrows item, we've gotten 2, both a Darok's helm and a Varax plate skirt. With these item upgrades we've gotten this episode, I think we will soon be ready to face Rannis in the next episode. So in the next episode we will be working towards getting level 70 defense so that we can wear our new fashion disaster of an outfit. So thank you all so much for watching as always. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like and also subscribe if you would like to see more. And if you have any, give me some constructive feedback on this episode as well in the comment section below. And I will see you all next week for the next episode. Bye!